Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Batra, and on this edition, I'll help you understand the trading session that we had. What were the key highlights about it? How did the stock markets perform? Both the benchmarks, the mid caps, and also the individual sectors and stocks. What were the key gainers and losers today? Well, it was the starting of another week. We've also left behind the budget week, the big bang trading sessions that we saw in the initial trading sessions of the previous week. The markets had initial first three sessions of a strong momentum, and then the bears took over. But this time around, the week has started on a lower note following the mixed global cues that we saw. Very flattish to a negative tone is what we started on in today's trading session. But the losses actually kept on increasing, and in fact at the closing session the Sensex tanked over 1,000 odd points. Yes, that's right. The Nifty also slipped around 17,200 kind of levels were seen on the Nifty as well, and that was seen as protecting. But even for the Nifty, it was a sharp day of losses as well. In fact, most of the analysts have been saying that for weeks now, the range in a day on a volatile session has been around 300 for the Nifty as well. So it was losses all across. Talk about the auto stocks, FMCG, IT, banks, healthcare, realty and capital goods. All of them shed about 1 to 2 odd % in trade. Talk about the broader markets. The mid and the small caps also fell by 0.75 to 1.25% as well. So it was a broad-based sell-off that you saw on the street. Of course, it's been the sell-off from the FIIs that's been hurting the sentiments on the D street over the last many weeks now. And that continues to hurt the street as well. Domestic markets have also been volatile. Most of the experts do believe that right ahead of the elections, there's been a lot of volatile trade that we've been witnessing, and that's likely to continue, especially in this week when the triggers are going to be massive. It's going to be the macro data, the inflation, the IIP data, and the big RBI policy, which is slated to come out with its outcome on February 10th. That will be key to watch out for as well. Now, talking about specific in terms of stocks, 1389 shares advanced in today's trading session, whereas over 2,044 shares declined in today's trading session. 131 shares remained unchanged. Tata Consumer Products, HDFC Bank, then L&T and Bajaj Finance. These were the top Nifty 50 losers. The gainers, on the other hand, included some companies and names from the power and the oil and gas space. Power Grid, ONGC, NTPC, Shree Cement and Tata Steel, after the earnings as well, showed some kind of an up move in today's trading session. Now, except for the PSU banking space, all the other sectoral indices declined in trade today. FMCG, auto, IT, all of them declining by almost 1 to 2 odd % as well. Experts have also been talking about how the Nifty has declined for the third consecutive session today, and there is visible nervousness right ahead of the RBI policy. There's a divided opinion as to whether the RBI will move ahead and raise interest rates in this policy outcome, or will it delay it for further as well. Our business today, poll of experts does suggest that this time around the RBI is likely to maintain a status quo in its upcoming policy. However, the stance may be slightly altered from accommodative to neutral now. And most of the experts who we've been talking to, the economists that we've been talking to, do suggest that the RBI now may shift focus towards inflation management rather than growth management, now that the budget has been very open about capex and spending, and that is likely to take the push on the growth front as well. As far as the levels are concerned, we spoke to experts like Manish Shah, who is of niftytriggers.com. He believes that going forward from now around 17,100 to 17,400, that will be a range in which the Nifty can really trade in. He also expects a 1 to 2 day rally from support around 17,100. On the upside, he also believes if the Nifty sustains above this level, we can also see levels of 17,300, 17,350 on the upside. On the lower side, there is a clear support emerging at 16,950 is what he believes. Going forward from here, three most big triggers that the markets will be watching out for: the RBI policy, the inflation data, and the IIP data, which is going to follow soon, apart from the results and the earnings front that we've been tracking all along. We'll keep getting you all the updates from the world of business and stock markets, so do stay tuned on to Business Today. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on any video that is put out, so that you are completely abreast of what's happening in the world of stock markets and your investments as well. Thanks a lot for tuning in.